The sun is out and I'm feeling okay. I hope you have a really good day.
Pretty young girl from Zambia, you know that she ain't with the drama. Light skinned girl Osama, you know she the bomb, she cause trauma.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. Hi, my name is Nyemba. If this is the first time you're seeing my face, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and yeah. Okay, so for today's video, I'm coming to you guys with my biggest insecurity. When I tell you guys I've been meaning to film this video since literally 2017, I mean I've been meaning to film this video since literally 2017. I don't even know what was holding me back. I guess it was just, obviously it's an insecurity and I'm sharing it with the world, and that was a bit intimidating for me, but then I just kind of came to the realization I kind of have to do this. You guys are my fam, you know, I feel like every YouTuber says that, but it's true. I feel like connected to you guys, and it's only right that I share my life with you. If I'm sharing my highs, I might as well share my lows. And so yeah, and last night when I was mapping out the videos I want to film this month, I meant for this one to be the first one obviously, but then something in my head was just like, no, you can't do it, blah blah blah. And you know, those are just my insecure thoughts literally coming to me, like, no, it's not the right time, like when will the right time be, you know? So I'm just gonna do it, get it out of the way. And yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. You guys have no idea, but hey, I'm human too, and we're just gonna get right into it. I'm sorry if this video is like super duper long. I don't know how long it will be, but I have quite a few things I want to mention. So yeah, don't forget to thumbs it up if you like it, share it with somebody that may need it, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and yeah, enjoy. Okay, so for starters, my biggest insecurity is my skin. And for me to be here right now, literally sitting in front of the camera with no makeup, it's not like it's the first time I've done it. I do it like every time I'm doing makeup tutorials and stuff, but like throughout the entire video, like this is huge, you guys. I literally feel naked. Oh my days, oh my goodness, like I need to calm myself down. Like some of you will be like, it's not even that big of a deal, but to me it's like such a big deal, you have no idea. So I'll just start off with a little bit of like my skin background and like, you know, stuff like that. So basically I started having crap skin when I hit puberty, which is kind of a normal thing. Well, it is a normal thing. Like when your body is going through all these changes and stuff, it's like some people react to puberty in different ways, but acne is like one of those main things, you know? So yeah, I just started getting like acne around the time I hit puberty, and I was like 12, I think, at the time. Yeah, so like every time I would go back home to Zambia, it's like my skin would just break out and it was just like not cute. And so there was this one time I went back home and yeah, my skin broke out, and then a friend of mine told me to use Epiderm to clear my acne. So she's like, no, it's really good, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, cool, I'm gonna try it. And then I was also using some other topical creams and stuff that I had gotten from the dermatologist. And yes, I literally started going to the dermatologist when I was around 12 or 13, somewhere there. Yeah, so I had like my dermatologist topicals, and then I had the Epiderm on the side. So I started using the Epiderm, and then instead of it like clearing my skin, it just made me super light. So it looked like I was like bleaching my skin and stuff, so my face was super light while the rest of my body was like my regular skin color, yeah? So then I was like, oh my gosh, this is not working, like it's not going my way. And then that year, one of my aunties was getting married and I was on her like wedding lineup, so we had to fix it somehow. Like, what are we gonna do? I'm not gonna be dancing in front of people with a yellow face and a brown body. Like, no, that's not cute, you know? And then I had like dark spots and stuff, and it was just not cute. Like the Epiderm was just a fail. Like it just did not go well for me. So my aunt was like, another aunt, not the one who was getting married, was like, in order to fix it, we just need to put powder on you, like MAC powder. And that was like the beginning of my makeup journey. But yeah, she's like, we're gonna put MAC powder on you, and the darker shade for me at the time, or the shade she had, was NW45, which was like a shade darker than my skin tone, so it matched like the rest of my body or whatever. So she's like, yeah, we're just gonna put powder on you. So we started putting powder on me for the rest of the time I was in Zambia, and then it would kind of like, you know, it just made my skin match. Like I just looked like a normal person, not like I was bleaching my skin. So yeah, that was the epiderm fail story, and that's like the first major setback in my skin I remember. Yeah, so putting on powder eventually led to me starting to experiment with foundation, because it was more like long lasting and more, what can I say, it was just covering my skin better. So yeah, when I got to high school was when it became like a daily thing. Like I felt like I couldn't leave the house without foundation and powder on. Like I wouldn't even do anything else, just foundation and powder, just so I could cover up my acne or my dark spots at the time. I think I had a lot of active acne, I can't remember, but yeah, it's just like that's when the insecurity became like prominent or evident, if that's the word, and it was just really bad. I remember I would always put foundation on and foundation on and powder on to go to school. And then yeah, so that went on, it just became regular. I stopped going to the dermatologist, I think. Yeah, I didn't go back to the dermatologist after I went back to New York, like after the whole Zambia vacation thing. I feel like I'm confusing you guys, but just try to bear with me. And then fast forward to when we moved to Zambia, then it was just a regular thing. By that time, I think I was already like putting makeup on, but it wasn't like serious makeup. It was just my regular foundation, powder. I think I would fill in my eyebrows a little bit and like put lipstick on, but it was minimal, you know. But then yeah, moved to Zambia. I continued putting on my foundation and powder on to school and whatnot. And then it was just it got annoying at some point, because by like in the morning, obviously, like I have really oily skin, and in the morning my face would be really matte, but by the end of the day it's like most of the makeup had wiped off, or whatever, the makeup had like come off of my face, so you could see the dark marks like peeking through and stuff. And then people would always try to be like, oh my gosh, have you tried using this and that? I mean, I feel like yes, they were trying to be nice, but then because it was such an insecurity in my head, I was just like, shut up, like it's not your struggle. Of course I've tried like everything out there, you know. But then, I mean, it was whatever. Like, I can't blame them for wanting to help, I guess, but I just felt like they were pointing it out more, you know, which kind of made me feel worse about it. So yeah, anyway, so time went on, and then I remember going on water therapy in 2017, yeah, early 2017, because we had gone to Cairo on vacation. And then obviously just because like weather changes, water changes, whatever, my skin broke out quite badly, but it wasn't like breaking out like cystic acne. It was just like little things all over my face, you know. So when we got back to Zambia from vacation, I decided to go on a 3-month water therapy, because everybody says water is life, whatever, water is gonna cure your acne, water this, water that. So I'm like, let me try this water thing. I was already drinking a lot of water, but I was like, let me just drink only water. No soda, no juice, no nothing. I'm just gonna drink water to see if this really works, yeah? So yeah, this is early 2017. So from January to I think my birthday, I only drank water. Did it help me? No. Not at all. I was so sad, you guys. I was like, if there was one thing that was supposed to help my skin, it was supposed to be this damn water therapy, because every Jim and Jack says water freaking works. And I mean, the science of it does make sense, because it's like you're flushing out all the toxins that cause the acne and all the toxins that just are bad for your body. But like, it just didn't work, and I was just depressed. Like, I was just sad, and oh gosh, like what the hell's gonna clear my skin? I didn't know. I had no idea, but hey, I felt like acne at that point was just like a part of me to some extent. Like at that point, I think I was like, I think I just have to live with this, but I'm not gonna stop trying at the same time, you know? So yeah, and then I'd watch all these YouTube videos on how to clear your dark marks, and yeah, especially dark marks, because I feel like over time my actual acne went away. I think that was just like the proper puberty stage of like, yeah, my skin or whatever. And then yeah, it was just like my hyperpigmentation, and it would just come. Every pimple I got would leave a scar whether or not I touched it, and that was so frustrating. Like, it was just so freaking annoying. I was like, oh my goodness. And so yeah, the water therapy just didn't work. I'd watch YouTube videos on how to clear your dark marks. Most of them recommended African black soap with the spin brush, lemon essential oil, turmeric masks, like the general things, right? So I started using African black soap, eventually got a spin brush, started using lemon essential oil. Little did I know that all these things were just making my skin worse. They were literally making my skin worse. African black soap is not for everybody. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's not for everybody. I swear every YouTuber swears by African black soap, but if it hasn't been prescribed to you, it's not for you, sweetheart. Spin brushes, horrible. They are so bad for your skin. Like, they're too rough on our skin, and that's what I don't like about them. But hey, if a spin brush works for you, you're lucky. It didn't work for me. Lemon essential oil must have been too acidic for my face because it just didn't do anything. Nothing changed. Like, it just didn't work. But yeah, so fast forward to towards the end of 2017. In September of 2017, I got like the biggest breakout on my face that I've ever gotten in like years, I think. And according to Dom, it isn't the worst. I don't know when he saw my skin really bad, but to me that was the worst breakout because I didn't even know what the hell was going on with my skin. It was like a mass of little pimples, like all down this side and this side. Like, oh my gosh, it was so bad, you guys. It was so bad. And I talked about it. If you want to watch my really long Get Ready With Me, I'll link it up here in the description box. But yeah, I just talked about that period of time, like having such a bad breakout. It really played on my confidence, and obviously the insecurity was just like, oh my gosh, like it was so bad, you guys. I wouldn't leave the house. Like, I literally was not leaving the house. And then Dom and I hadn't seen each other in like a while around that time. And when he was like, oh, I can come visit and blah, 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 I was like, no, you can't. He's like, what do you mean, no, I can't? And I'm like, I'm breaking out so bad. I don't want anyone to see me. And like, no. And now I'm getting emotional. What's wrong with me? Like, can we get through a long video without me crying? Like, get it together, Nyemba. Whew. Okay, so yeah, Dom is like, yeah, what do you mean breakout, whatever? I was like, my skin is breaking out so bad, I don't want anyone to see me. I haven't been leaving the house. Like, it's so bad. I don't even want you to see my skin like this. Like, it's that bad. He's like, I doubt it's that bad. You're always complaining about your skin. I'm like, yes, I'm always complaining about my skin, but this time, like, I have a reason to complain because it's actually really bad. Yeah, so I was just like, no, you can't visit. I just look ugly. He's like, what do you mean you look ugly? And I was like, I just look ugly. And when you tell yourself these things, you literally believe these things. Like, if you tell yourself you're ugly, what's gonna change it? You're literally telling yourself you're ugly, and you're only gonna listen to yourself. You're not gonna listen to anyone else. And that's how I felt. I literally, in that moment, felt ugly. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is not okay. But then eventually he came and he was like, nah, I miss you, so I'll just come see you and I don't care. And the time he came to visit, I remember though, like, this side of my skin had cleared up and only like this side had like a bit of the acne left. And then he was like, what were you complaining? He was just looking at me straight, like, what were you complaining about? I don't even see anything. I'm like, yeah, it's because I'm not turning my head. Like, oh my gosh, this is just so funny remembering the situation. But yeah, eventually, like, and I remember just like chilling, and I was laying on the couch, and then like this side of my face was like hidden, and then he was like, no, I want to see, and then so I ended up turning like this way, yeah. And then he's like, is that what you were complaining about? I'm like, yeah, it's so bad and stuff. And then he literally just looked at me and was like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I'll always tell you that you're like the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And I was just like, oh my god, you're just saying it because you're my best friend and your job is to make me feel good. Like, then he's like, I don't even know what it would take for you to know that you're so beautiful and like all these things. And he just like made me feel good about myself. But still, I was like, you're just saying it because, you know, you have to. But yeah, he's just like, well, I don't care what's on your skin, whatever, just know, to me, you're beautiful and blah, 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 and all that corny stuff. But I was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah. And then at around the same time was the time we were filming the show Vina. And then there was this one episode that we had to film during the time my skin was really bad, and I told one of the producers, I'm like, I really can't make it to this. Like, it's not even like I had a main role. I was just an extra in the show, but I was like, I can't film. I mean, I can't come to set. Like, my skin is just really bad. And then he's like, no, just come, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, just make sure there are no close-ups of me because my skin is really bad. And I don't know if they fulfilled it because I didn't watch the full Vina episode, but most of the time the camera wasn't like in my face, so that was a good thing. Alright, so a little bit fast forward to after that breakout kind of sort of cleared, I decided to start going for acne facials at this place in Lusaka called Renew Medica. And then the facials, I don't know if they helped my skin or if they didn't, but the lady was always like, it appears worse before it gets better. So yeah, it definitely was like, my pigmentation was like darker right after the facials and stuff, but a few days after, like a couple weeks after, was when I noticed that it started going down and stuff. So I was like, yay, oh my gosh, thank God. But then facials are just like a temporary fix, you know? It doesn't mean your acne won't come back. You have to keep going for facials and whatnot. And I was just like, I can't keep doing this. So anyway, fast forward to 2018. I moved to the UK and I thought my skin would get better because I just had access to all these skincare products I'd seen online and read about and, you know, did my research about. So I was like, I'm sure my skin is going to get better because I'll have access to all these things and whatnot. Well, I played myself because it didn't. Oh gosh. It was just, I felt like nothing, like no matter what I did, my skin just wasn't having it. My friends would be like, wow, you put in work with your skin. And I'm like, I do put in work and it just doesn't pay me back. And it was just so annoying, you guys. Like, you put in all your effort and it's just no results. I wouldn't even see like anything getting better. I didn't know if it was getting better, if it was getting worse, if it was just staying the same. Like, I don't know. I was just getting really frustrated because nothing seemed to be working. And yeah, all I want to do is walk out the house or walk out the building without makeup on and feel good about myself, you know? And that just wasn't happening. So anyway, moving on, time went by. And then I had another not so nice breakout towards the end of July / like the beginning of August, I think. And that's when I decided, I felt like it was really playing on my self-esteem. And I remember one night literally on the verge of tears, like I was about to bawl my eyes out, just like, oh my gosh, my skin is so bad. Like, oh gosh. Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, my skin is so bad. Like, I can't. And then I actually posted on my IG stories about how, I think I posted about the insecurity and stuff. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said how I was going to share more about that later on, which I was supposed to film this video and just tell you guys, like, I appear confident and whatnot, but this one thing is just always bugging me all the damn time. Like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm just like, can my skin just freaking get better? Like, and I was just like, I don't even know what to do at this point. Like, I've tried everything. I felt like I tried everything and nothing was working. Like, it was just it got so frustrating. And again, I would tell Dom, like, oh my gosh, my skin, like, he's the one who just gets all the complaints. My skin this, my skin that. He's like, I don't know how many times I need to tell you that you're beautiful and whatnot. Like, your skin doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. And he's always like, I wish you could see yourself in other people's eyes, like the eyes of those who admire you, because then you'd see, like, That way you'd see like how amazing of a person you are, and something as minimal as your skin can't be the thing that holds you back, you know? Like, yeah. You just like gave me this entire like lecture and whatnot. But then that's when I realized it's a literal me problem, because if I cared what others thought in terms of them saying, oh yeah, you're beautiful without the makeup and whatnot, by now I would have gotten over it, because there's so many people who say that it's not even that bad, like it could be worse. But it's a me problem. Like, I'm so hard on myself, and it's not even like I compare myself to society's version of perfect or society's version of beautiful or whatever it is, but it's just hard, you know? Like, when it's an insecurity, it's an insecurity. You can't do anything about it, because it's literally you against you. There's a voice in your head saying, oh no, you're ugly, you're this, you're that, and you start to believe that. And it's just like really not a good feeling, and no matter what people say, it just doesn't matter. But until you change that, it's not gonna change, because like I said, it's a you versus you. If I cared like what Dom thought of me or whatever, by now I would be like, oh yeah, it's cool, whatever, because he's always like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful and whatever. But I'm like, no, I'm not. You just say that just cause and whatnot. And sometimes he's like, oh my gosh, Nyemba, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, yeah, what is wrong with me? But yeah, it's one of those things that's just like, slowly but surely I'm learning to accept it. There's people with bigger problems out there, but that doesn't mean it's not a problem to me, you know? It's gonna take a lot. It's like baby steps and stuff, but I'm glad to say like it's not as bad as it used to be. And now like I can go out without makeup on and stuff. It's just part of me is still like, oh my gosh, people are staring at me and whatnot. And I just don't like all eyes on me and stuff. It's just weird because I know what they're looking at, you know? I didn't even finish my story. But when I went home over the summer, when was it? In September, just before I got back, I eventually went to the dermatologist because my skin was just playing me. It was just doing the most. It was really bad. And I was just like, I need to do this. So I went to the dermatologist and I was put on medication for 2 months, which I kind of explained in my skincare routine video. I was put on medication for a couple months, was given some topicals and stuff. It didn't clear my skin dramatically, but when I put like before and afters, like when I put photos together and see like my progress and stuff, I can see that there is progress. And yeah, I know that it won't happen overnight. I'm just gonna keep on working on it and just, yeah, reminding myself like it really doesn't matter. Like there's more to me than my skin. Like I'm literally not my skin, you know? I know that there's many people who suffer from the insecurity of having really crappy skin. I just want to tell you, it does get better. Just keep on working on yourself, working on your skin, working on your confidence, and surround yourself with people who will make you feel good about yourself no matter what's going on with your skin or with whatever insecurity you have. And yeah, it does get better. I'm still on my path. I'm definitely not where I want to be in terms of my confidence, but I know I'm working on it and it can only get better from here, you know? And one more thing I wanted to point out, Kendall Jenner actually posted a tweet. I don't know if it was a tweet or on her Instagram stories, but I saw it on Twitter. And her 10 years challenge was from when she was 13 or something. Yeah, and she had like really bad acne to, I don't know if it was this year or last year, a photo of her with no makeup and her skin was really flawless. And people were dragging her for it. But then there was a tweet that I saw that was like, if you've never dealt with it, you wouldn't know how it feels to finally get to that point. Like you don't know how it feels to be insecure about your skin. It's something that you can't hide. Everyone always sees your face, you know? Like it's something you can't hide. And I related to that deeply because I know how it feels to be there, you know? And I'm like, I know how she feels now that she has clear skin. I don't even have the skin I want right now, but I feel so much better than I did when I was a teenager going through puberty with shit skin and yeah, you know? But anyway, this is me. without makeup on, with my not so perfect skin, but that's okay because that's what makes me unique, and I'm just gonna keep working on it. And yeah, that's that. If you're going through anything that plays on your confidence, just remember that you're beautiful no matter what, and you just have so much more to offer that you shouldn't be worrying about little things like that, you know? So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. It was really hard for me. I'm sorry, I'm just such a crybaby. Like, I'm so emotional, but yeah, I just had to get it off my chest. So I'm glad I've done it. If I've helped somebody out there, then yeah, I'm so happy that I can be of help, you know? If I'm gonna get dragged for this, because I know there's just some people who are just so mean, and yeah, they're really heartless and stuff, but it's okay. The fact that I've just laid it all out and said what I've had to say has made me feel better. So yeah, don't forget to thumbs this video up, share it with somebody who might need to hear it, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, you guys, stay beautiful, stay lovely, bye.